UFOs are probably not spaceships, and their occupants aren't from distant planets. What I'm trying to say is, the whole phenomenon is even stranger than you think. Which is part of the reason why I'll be hosting a live question and answer event on Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. The live will be available on all platforms except for X, so if you're looking for it there, just click on the link in my bio. We're going to be covering the stranger details of the UFO, alien, Bigfoot, ghost, poltergeist, angel, and demon phenomenon, and talk about how they all might be the same thing. We'll be discussing the revolutionary work of David Paulides, John Keel, and Jacques Vallée. And I'll be explaining to you how no one has ever channeled any aliens from the Pleiades, Zeta Reticuli, Draconis, or any other. In this video, I just want to discuss one of these inconsistent details with the UFO narrative. That is, of course, where do they actually come from? In order to understand the UFO phenomenon in its whole, you have to understand its relationship with history, in fact, centuries, if not millennia, of history. Let's take it back to the time between the Middle Ages and the 1800s. During this time, there were still UFOs, except they were literal flying ships, like the ships that are supposed to be in the water, except they'd fly in the sky. Keep in mind, all of these accounts are from police reports, credible, upstanding individuals in their community, and entire communities sometimes who all saw this at the same time. These are not nursery rhymes and fairy tales. These are very real accounts from people who had these experiences, sometimes with multiple witnesses. So yes, there was literal flying ships, like the ones that should be in the sea, floating in the sky. Sometimes occupants would come down and swim down in the air to unhinge an anchor that got stuck on the ground. Insane. So back in the day when people had alien contact with these people, what did the occupants of the ship say? Well, they said they were from Magonia, someplace off in these high mountains or palaces in the sky. Now let's fast forward to the late 1800s into the early 1900s. That's when we started getting enormous airships and blimps. What did the occupants say this time? This time they said they were from Mars and Venus. Fast forward another 40 years or so, when we get to about 1940 to 1950, the ships are getting a little more advanced, and where are they coming from now? Zeta Reticuli and Pleiades. And what do these beings tell us now? Now they tell us they're interdimensional. What I want to know is, where did all the Magonians, Martians, Venusians, Pleiadians, Zeta Reticulans, Draconians, where did they all go? Right? Why did they keep on replacing each other? Maybe it's because they've always been lying.